Hello and welcome to Divine Feline Tarot. As usual, this is going to be a general message posing the question, what is it that we need to hear right now? What is most important for us to know right now, right here in this moment? As always, I like to remind everybody to please use your own discernment, your own intuition above anything that you hear or come across online, any tarot reader, any divination. It should serve more as inner confirmation than something that would be confusing or hard to apply to your situation. Okay. Without further ado, we're going to get into it. I was doing my yoga and I got this reiteration of making space for the guidance of spirit. A similar message has come through very recently. The need to make space for what's coming in. But right now, right now I'm feeling there's a need to make space to hear the guidance of spirit. Taking time to be still. Meditation, contemplation, things of that nature. I'll only communicate with beings of love, here for our highest and greatest good and the highest and greatest good of all involved. What is it that we need to know right here, right now? What do you want to tell us? What is most important for us to focus on? For us to know right here, right now. Okay. These recent readings have the energy has felt a lot heavier in a sense. And I think that makes sense. I think a lot of people are feeling scrambled with the state of the world, not knowing what to do. There's a lot of pressure. Which may be why it's even more important to find and almost, what is the word? It's like not forcing, that's not the word, but no negotiation about taking the time to spend in stillness. What is it? I know there's a particular word or phrase, but it's not coming to mind. It's not coming to mind. I was trying to, sit with it for a little. No negotiate. That, I guess that's as good as we're gonna get for right now. No, yeah. No compromise. Taking the time, making the time. not skipping it. It's needed. The stillness, the meditation, the grounding. It's like non-negotiable. That's still not the word or phrase that I want, but it's non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable. That's like as close as I'm gonna get apparently right now. It's non-negotiable. You need to carve out the time and stillness. You need to ground. Yeah, that's as close as we're gonna get right now. Okay. Bottom of the deck, very close to achieving your goal. I just feel like I need to point that out. It's like beaming over here. And I split the deck. I look at the bigger picture, expect powerful change. I always take note of what I'm seeing as I'm shuffling the cards, because I do feel like it adds to the message. Communication is key. Yes, that has been coming up for me like in every single reading that I do for myself. Communication is key, and I'm feeling like the communication is with spirit. The communication is with your guides, your higher self, you know, like they're really trying to get something across, you know, they're trying to guide you at this moment, guide us at this moment. It feels very pertinent that certain actions are taken, that we go about things in a certain way. They're trying to help us. They're trying to help us. And I think you feel like there's a lot. Hold your vision. I think you also feel intuitively like there's a lot going on, not just externally, but internally. There's a lot of shifts. There's a lot of change. Maybe you even feel the magnitude of what's coming in. And personally, I definitely feel like I've been feeling it, and it's been throwing me for a loop a bit. And when I ask for guidance and I don't receive it immediately in words that I can understand, it makes me sort of start to freak out a little internally, and you may resonate with that. So I think the meditation, the stillness, the getting grounded, spirit is communicating. I think there's just too much in the way, too many thoughts, there's too much in the way. Yeah. So it's time to make space. As much as you can, little by little. Your hard work is paying off. Your hard work is paying off. You and your loved ones are safe. I hope that's reassuring. Because again, yeah, with the state of the world and everything, it makes sense that a lot of people are worried and frazzled, you know, sort of scrambling. Yes, scrambling for answers. And we know when we scramble, it doesn't come any quicker, it doesn't come any clearer. So there's really You know, cooperate, please. Thank you. You and your loved ones are safe. Yeah. Spirit is very present with us at this time. And I think whoever is here right now listening to this, Spirit is very present. You know, you are never alone. A win-win outcome is forecast. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about, you know, so all this scampering, all this scrambling, there's like no point to it. And it's only muddling the waters that they're trying to communicate to you through. You're just causing more ripples as they're, you know, yeah, you're causing all these ripples and you're not, yeah, you're causing all these ripples and it's making it harder for you to receive what they're telling you. So as uncomfortable as it is, as it may be, to sit in stillness and to sort of sit with the uncertainty, it's like being stressed. You need to settle the waters. You need to settle the waters so that you can clear the channel to receive what they're trying to tell you. There was something else. Okay. Muddling the waters. Romantic love. Okay. That has been popping out a bit. And compassion, which gives off this very heart-centered energy. Compassion. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through your heart into the world. You are a channel. You are a channel. Which is why it's so important that you stop muddling the waters. You stop muddling the waters. Because it's not just for you. The guidance that's coming through on actions that you need to take are also going to affect other people. You may want to share information, you know, on social media or whatever. You may want to do something like this, where you're channeling. So it's important that the waters are clear. The waters that you're peering into are clear, that you're not muddling it, that you're not scrambling it. And that would make, again, it ties into why the meditation, the stillness, being able to sit with the unknown and let it come through you is so important. Don't force it. Don't force it. Okay. Magic. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move towards possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. That is what the other part, that's what flew away. Sit in the unknown and know and trust that the answers are coming, that the answers are here. Just know that it's coming. You won't be left without, you know? You won't be left without. Trust and know that the answers are coming. And I think it's that, again, that almost, and for lack of better terminology, belief that maybe the answers aren't coming, you know, that causes that scrambling and that muddling. It doesn't even feel good to like do that. But yeah, just trust. Leave it open. Leave it open. Just be open to what comes. As hard and uncomfortable as it may be. Healing. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. Okay, healing and magic. Healing and magic. Allowance. Allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. Allow. Allow. Okay, we have Merkaba. Merkaba. The frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to transverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. Our highest purpose. Yeah. Okay. Root chakra. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our senses of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. Feeling safe. You and your loved ones are safe. Feeling safe. Okay. I'm sure you're seeing how everything is. Ah, divine feminine. Ooh. The frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Y'all. Okay. I'm getting a little bit excited here. Yes. Okay. Trust. Yeah, there's a trust that's needed. Trust in the divine, trust in yourself, trust that everything is working out. Your hard work is paying off. You and your loved ones are safe. There's nothing to worry about. Doesn't mean everything is going to be easy, that there's nothing that's going to feel challenging. Obviously, sitting in stillness in itself can feel very challenging. Trusting. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I did. Trust the great mystery. Trust the great mystery. Trust the great mystery. Trust. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Trust the great. Trust the great mystery. That was crazy. That was crazy. Let it shine. Trust the great mystery still on the bottom. Wow. Trust the great mystery. Trust. Trust. Even though you don't have all the answers, everything is working out. You've gotten this far. You've gotten this far. This isn't the time to let your worries catch you off guard again, you know? Learn from the past. Let it shine. This isn't the time. This isn't the time. Yo. Okay. Miracles are endless. The miracles are endless. Trust. Be here now. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the future. Be here now. Focus on this flower. That's all. That's it. Focus on that flower. Don't worry about anything else. You will know the right next steps to take. You will know the right next action. Just continue to cultivate the space so that when you're guided to make those actions, you receive it clearly. Watch and wait. Yes, like there's like this even though the hummingbird is constantly in motion, like it's almost still giving off this presence of stillness. Be here now. Watch and wait. The scrambling needs to stop. The scrambling for answers needs to stop. Because they're coming. They probably have been coming. You've just been too scrambled to receive it. The overthinking it. Trust what you're guided to do. Trust what your body is telling you to do. If you need to rest, rest. Stop fighting it. Stop scrambling. Stop scrambling. Watch and wait. I'm getting like an embodiment in this seahorse. There's a great trust. There's an embodiment, there's a knowing that everything is working out for your highest good. Everything is being taken care of. You are safe, and anything that comes along your path is coming for you. It's coming for a reason. Even if it's challenging. Especially if it's challenging. It's coming for a reason. For a reason. Not to knock you off your path, not to throw you off. It's happening for a reason. There's something you stand to gain from going through this, and not the ones that you're self-perpetuating, you know? The scrambling, i.e. the scrambling. You know? Okay. work your light. Okay, this is going to be the last of the oracles, and then we are going to do the actual tarot. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. It's happening. Trust that it's happening. The initiation. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. You are crossing the threshold into, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it would make sense to do it like this. You're crossing the threshold into your personal heaven on earth. It's happening. It's happening. I don't remember which one was where, but we're going to shuffle them anyway. Trust that it's happening. Things are being worked out on your behalf. Look at that. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits. Soul Tribe. It's all coming together. It's happening. It's happening. You may not see how it's happening right now in the 3D or whatever, but it is. There's a need for you to trust. Where are you being called to journey to? I'm getting a bit too excited. Okay. Yes. Just say yes. Just say yes. Rite of passage. The initiation. Still on the bottom. Just say yes. Just say yes. And you see how she's receiving? There's a download. Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath. All right. There's no need to rush. There's no need to rush. It's important to be grounded. Take the time to be grounded. Even if it throws people off. Even if it throws people off. Oh, wow. Yo. Sorry. I keep getting excited. But hello. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Just say yes. Just believe. That's all that's required. Just trust that it's happening and take the actions that you're guided to take when you're guided to take them. And right now I'm feeling, okay, what lights you up? What lights you up? Follow what lights you up. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to say what I'm getting. Take what resonates, use your own discernment, but I feel like whatever you're doing right now, it shouldn't cause you to feel depleted. It shouldn't feel bad, and maybe it's also approaching it in a way that is fun, approaching it in a way that does not feel heavy. I want to say that does not feel like work, you know? Take what resonates. What lights you up? I think that's very important. Break the chain. Ancestral patterns. Healing. Rewriting the future. I'm gonna need some more, honestly. Those aren't screaming out to me. What lights you up? What lights you up? What is your heaven on earth? That's what you need to focus on. What is it that you want to share with the world? How do you want to share yourself? How do you want to share your message? In what ways? In what ways can you share your message in a way that it lights you up? Whoa. Sorry. I just get a little bit too excited. Four of Swords. Four of Swords. The meditation. The restful, receiving energy. Then there's the Knight of Swords. Okay, yeah. Being meditative and the receptive so that you receive the next action. Yeah. So when you receive that action to take, not only are you rested and you're rejuvenated, but you're clear. You're clear on the direction that you're going. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom so far. And Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, Six of Swords on the bottom, and I see the star peeking out. I also see the Tower peeking out. Change is not bad. Change is not bad. Okay? Whatever, if anything, falls away, it is to make space for something much better suited. To make space for your personal heaven on earth. What is at the bottom of the deck? The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. Things are turning in your favor. The wheel is turning in your favor. Yes. Ooh, yep. Okay, yep. So... Sorry. Okay. All right, so I do feel like there are things that are going to be falling away. There are going to be some things that you're going to have to let go of. There are going to be things that are falling away. Yep. But again, it's purposeful. If those things were meant to stay, they would have. Yeah. A foundation. There's something about the foundation. And that Tower card. Yes, whatever is not contributing to the solid foundation is going to have to fall away. And if the whole foundation is just not it, yeah, there may be a reconstructing of your foundation entirely with the root chakra too. I need to calm down. Yeah, I feel like there's a reassessment, a reorganization, reconstruction of your foundation. It's a reconstruction of your foundation. We have the Page of Cups and we have the King of Cups. So again, it's something at the beginning. At the beginning of something. but you don't see what it's growing into. You don't see where it's leading. And that's why certain things, certain cups cannot come with you. They will hinder you. They will hinder your growth. And you have a lot of good stuff. You got a lot of good stuff coming towards you. Yeah, you have the King of Swords. And then the Star underneath that. And the Empress underneath that. There's certain things that, yeah, are going to need to be cut away. And I think you might actually initiate it. Some of you are actually going to initiate it. That learn from the past, the Elephant. You're going to take what you've learned from the past. You're going to be able to see that these things can't come with you. You may still grieve the fact that, you know, what you thought may have been forever or a good investment, whatever. What you thought, what you maybe just wanted to keep with you cannot, you know, come with you. But again, it's going to be replaced by something that is much better suited. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be replaced by something 10 times better. You're not just, yeah, it's not just a loss. It's a loss in order to gain something better. To gain something stronger, more solid, more nourishing. Okay, I'm gonna consult the cats for clarification on a couple things. What is this Knight of Wands? Can you clarify the Knight of Wands? Yes, a decision. Oof, bottom of the deck, the devil. Yeah, okay, yeah. You're making a firmer, you're getting clear on the decision. A decision on what you will and will not accept, what can and cannot come with you. Whoa! Wow! Okay, sorry. This is good. This is really good. You're cutting out this devil. You're becoming aware of all people, places, and things that do not serve you, and you're removing that collar. You're leaving it behind. The Five of Cups again under that. You're leaving it behind. Yo. Wow. Wow. And, okay, so. You got the Two of Swords. You're getting clear on a decision. You're making a decision and you're clear on it. It seems like you're getting very clear on it, especially because it's the guidance of spirit as well. Like, you're receiving this guidance. Obviously, you've asked from spirit. It's going to be no doubt kind of thing. There's no doubt that this is the right decision. We have the Nine of Wands. Self-protection. Protecting what you're building, protecting what you're cultivating. Protecting what you're building. And this is what you're building. This is what is coming. The Four of Wands. And I think there's also like a veil, you know, right now where, again, you don't see that this is coming. You don't see that this is coming. The emotional fulfillment, the everything. This is very emotionally fulfilling, very stable emotional fulfillment. There's nothing ever pure, the highest level, you know, there's nothing here that is self-sacrificing, you know? that sacrifices your integrity. There's nothing here that sacrifices your integrity in that way, you know? Where it feels like you're giving into something that you shouldn't be because it feels good, kind of thing. There's nothing about that in what is coming. And because of this decision, because of this you being firmly set in this decision, yeah, this is coming for you. The wheel is turning. You're breaking a pattern. You're breaking a pattern. Perhaps this is a ancestral lesson that has been hard to break. You're breaking the pattern. Yeah. So hopefully this has given you some reassurance. There's no need for the scrambling. No need for the scrambling. You're very supported. You're very protected. You're very surrounded by spirit. You're not alone in this transition. Know that you can step into the unknown because you will be safe. You will be safe. There is nothing to worry about. You may still feel afraid. You may still feel afraid. But trust and remind yourself, you know, yeah, as much as you can, open up and allow that trust in. Be receptive to the guidance that spirit has for you. And not just the guidance, but I feel like, again, there's gifts, there's good things that are coming. They're asking you to feel safe in that. All right. I would like to read from A Guide for the Advanced Soul. We're going to take whatever we need to hear right now. A fuzz just fluttered on my sleeve. All right. What do we need to know right now? And then we're going to wrap this up. Okay. Learn your lessons quickly and move on. Learn your lessons quickly and move on. Life has its sleep, its periods of inactivity, when it loses its movements. Let me start over. Life has its sleep, its periods of inactivity, when it loses its movements, takes no new food, living upon its past storage. Then it grows helpless, its muscles relaxed, and it easily leads itself to be jeered at for its stupor. In the rhythm of life, pauses there must be for the renewal of life. In the rhythm of life, pauses there must be for the renewal of life. Life in its activity is ever spending itself, burning all its fuel. This extravagance cannot go on indefinitely, but is always followed by a passive stage when all expenditure is stopped and all adventures abandoned in favor of rest and slow recuperation. Stop scrambling. Rest, rejuvenate. Stop scrambling. I'm going to try and read that again. The language of it a bit threw me off, but I do feel like the message is gotten across, but I'm going to read it again. Life has its sleep, its periods of inactivity, when it loses its movements, takes no new food, living upon its past storage. Then it grows helpless, its muscles relaxed, and it easily leads itself to be jeered at for its stupor. In the rhythm of life, pauses there must be for the renewal of life. Life in its activity is ever spending itself, burning all its fuel. This extravagance cannot go on indefinitely, but is always followed by a passive stage when all expenditure is stopped and all adventures abandoned in favor of rest and slow recuperation. This is the time that life is sleeping for you. Life has its sleep, its period of inactivity. That is what this is. And perhaps that is the pattern that you are breaking. The constant over expenditure. Allow yourself to rest. And maybe that's why it feels uncomfortable. It feels so uncomfortable. Sit with it. Allow it. Allow it. Allow whatever comes without judgment, without opinion, without fear, without resistance. Yep. The dawn of change. All right. I'm going to leave it there. I hope this message resonated with you. Please let me know if it did in the comments. And I'm sending you so much love. Thank you.